Nathan Torres found himself trapped in the glittering chaos of the Riverside Hotel charity gala, where tuxedoed philanthropists clinked champagne flutes worth more than his rent while feigning concern for underprivileged youth. As head of security for Morrison Events, he'd been assigned to monitor the venue, a duty he resented given his 7-year-old daughter waiting at home with a sitter. At 34, he'd rather be anywhere else, except perhaps nowhere at all. His perimeter check had been uneventful until shouts erupted near the martial arts demonstration area. A crowd had gathered around Richard Chen, tech mogul, philanthropist, and self-proclaimed 8th Dan Aikido master, who moved with the fluid precision of a man who'd spent 15 years training in Japan. Chen redirected attackers' strikes with effortless grace, his demonstrations a dance of harmony and control. Nathan, who'd researched Chen's credentials, respected his legitimacy. When Chen's gaze locked onto him, the billionaire's smile was both challenge and invitation. "You look like you might have some training," Chen said. Nathan hesitated, then feigned reluctance, citing his uniform. "Afraid I'll embarrass you," Chen teased, extending a hand to the mat. "All right," Nathan replied, stepping forward with a dry quip about not crying, "but only if you promise not to cry." The crowd laughed, and Chen's confidence only grew. Nathan adopted a relaxed stance, hands loose, and when Chen assumed his Aikido posture, Nathan struck. A feint left drew Chen's guard, then Nathan pivoted, slipped inside, and executed a sweep so swift it sent the martial arts master sprawling. Silence followed, broken only by Nathan's offer of his hand. "Sorry," Nathan said, helping Chen up. "You did say to attack however I'd like." Chen's face shifted from shock to something like wonder. "What was that?" "Krav Maga," Nathan said. "A bit of judo, boxing, whatever works." Chen's expression turned thoughtful. "IDF and Special Forces," Nathan nodded. "Pays the bills, I've got a daughter." Chen studied him, then laughed. "You neutralized an 8th Dan master in 2 seconds without hurting him. That's not luck, that's judgment." He paused. "Teach me." What followed was an impromptu clinic. For 20 minutes, Nathan demonstrated Krav Maga's raw efficiency, contrasting it with the theatrical forms of sport martial arts. "No rules in real combat," he explained. "You do whatever keeps people safe, then you leave." Afterward, Chen summoned him to his office, city lights glittering below. "I need your help," he said. "My company been breached 3 times. I want you to assess our security, train my team, design protocols for real threats." Nathan hesitated. "I'm happy where I am." "Richard," Chen said, "you're twice my age, an 8th Dan master, but you're working security because you prioritize your daughter. What if you could have both?" Nathan considered his daughter Lily, his mounting debt, his stagnant career. "What's the schedule?" "Flexible, set hours around Lily's school. Bring her to the office, I understand." Chen pressed. "You neutralized me, that's the skill I need." Nathan accepted. Within 3 weeks, he identified a dozen vulnerabilities. 3 months later, Chen's security was transformed. But the real shift was in Chen himself. "Teach me," he asked one day, "not Kido. I've spent 30 years on that. Teach me what you know, real combat." Nathan obliged, training twice a week in no-nonsense techniques. Chen embraced the humility, eager to learn from someone who'd bested him. Their friendship deepened, Richard becoming Lily's honorary uncle, ensuring Nathan never had to choose between duty and parenthood. 2 years later, when Chen faced a kidnapping attempt, Nathan's protocols and training ensured a flawless response. Law enforcement praised their professionalism. "You saved my life," Chen said afterward. "Your team saved yours, I just taught them how." Nathan smiled. "You taught me humility. That night you were showing off. I reminded you rank means nothing without real skill." Years later, Richard would recount the viral video of his takedown. "That man taught me the most vital lesson of my martial arts career," he'd say. "It doesn't matter how long you've trained or what rank you hold if you've never faced someone who actually knows how to fight." Nathan had shown him the chasm between demonstration and reality, theory and practice. He'd also proven that quiet competence could eclipse grand displays. "The secret, Lily," he'd tell his daughter, "is that real skill doesn't need to show off. You do what's necessary, nothing more. Stay humble, keep learning, and remember, preparation and practice win fights, not rank." "Did you really make him cry, Daddy?" Lily would ask. "No," Nathan would reply, "but I made him laugh." And sometimes that's better, because the best outcome isn't defeating your opponent, It's earning respect, sharing knowledge, and building something meaningful from humility. Nathan learned his skills had value beyond survival. Chen learned mastery meant acknowledging what you don't know. And everyone who saw that 2-second takedown understood the quiet security guard might have been the most dangerous person in the room. They just didn't need to prove it unless asked. If this story moved you, share it with someone who values substance over spectacle. Subscribe for tales of real skill, earned respect, and unexpected opportunities. Comment about a time underestimating someone reshaped your perspective.